Hey folks, welcome back. If you're old enough to remember dial-up, I missed you. If not, why are you here? Today we're taking a look at the Blue Devil himself, Sonic the Hedgehog. Anyone remember when they showed that abomination and everyone bullied our whole company into changing him? Ah, good times. Now do Minecraft.
I am Steve.
This needs to stop now.
As always, I'll be sharing my thoughts as the movie progresses. So kick back, relax, grab some chili dogs,
Subscribe.
and let's do this. The movie opens up with Sonic introducing himself as the fastest man alive, being born with extreme powers, but he was told to keep it a secret. And while telling a kid to keep a secret is like telling my cat not to knock things off the counter.
No.
What did you just say to me, you little
Sonic immediately learns the consequences of his actions, leading the enemy right to him. So his surrogate mom uses one of these wormhole ring things. Worm rings? That sounds disgusting. And sends him to the other side of the universe while staying back to fend off the enemy. So moms is no more. I hope you're happy. You could have just left the counter alone. I mean, not Speed. 10 years later, and we're in Montana with the sheriff who doesn't see a lot of action in his town. Until something zooms past him and he's absolutely baffled by it. Sonic likes being a troll, I see. He does find a blue hair? Fur?
Today is your lucky day. Shooting star leaping through the sky.
I feel like I needed to mention this. It was insanely wholesome. Sonic claims to be living his best life. But come on, he was by himself for 10 years. We all need a social life.
My favorite person is the Donut Lord.
Best nickname to be blessed with. He's officially Donut Lord now. He introduces DL's wifey, Pretzel Lady, and Crazy Carl, who's the only person that's on to him. But Sonic just enjoys being a troll.
And I know you're real.
And I'm here for it. Anyways, he spends time with our couple all the time, but in the shadows. Which is actually kind of creepy if you think about it for too long. It's a good thing he's adorable though. DL gets accepted to the San Francisco PD, so PL wants to go San Fran to check out apartments.
I want someone to turn to me in a life and death situation, and I'll be there for them.
So you have a death wish? What if your wife wants kids? Forget the kids, what about your dog? Meanwhile, Sonic is looking at a baseball game, longingly. So that night, he plays with himself.
What?
I want to try that again. So that night, he plays a whole baseball game by himself. Better. But it just compounds his loneliness even more. So he goes on a sad run, which releases an electric boom in a very, very large area. Very large. While the power's out, Donut Lord notices the strand is glowing and energized. Now the Pentagon is trying to figure out what that surge was about. It was stronger than an EMP, mind you. So Bossman here wants to bring in the only person who'd be equipped to investigate.
Are you in charge here?
Yes, I
Nope.
am.
Wrong. I'm in charge.
Wow. I love Jim Carrey. Are you in charge here? Yes, I am. Wrong! Hey, wait.
Is he still looking at me funny?
Yes, he is.
Tell him to stop or I'll pull up his search history.
Wow, what a power move. Anyways, after showing off how big his pee-pee is, he sends his robots to scan the area. Finds a footprint and is now able to get the height, weight, and spinal curvature from a single shoe print. That's quite impressive actually. Frick! And deduces it isn't anything from Earth. So Sonic, realizing they're getting closer on him, decides to pack it up and leave Earth. But took too long as they're right outside. So he has to relocate first. Meanwhile, Donut Lord is having a nice chat with his wife and hears a noise outside. And it was Sonic.
Pause in the air!
Meow?
I'll never forget the original clip.
Meow?
This is not okay.
Sweet baby J.
So he gets shot with a tranq, drops one of his rings and his entire bag of them falls through.
Talk about the worst possible scenario. Wow. Looks like Crazy Carl wasn't so crazy after all.
They called me a madman.
You're not here to abduct me, are you?
You abducted me.
He's got a point. Before any explanation gets told, Jimmy Boy shows up. So Sonic asks DL for his help, because the tranquilizer made his legs like spaghetti.
Fine, come with me.
Okay, I'm good. So while Jim is talking to DL, he sends his drone to scan the house. That's honestly scary as hell.
Listen, Mr. Doctor.
Mr. Doctor.
I couldn't help myself. His name is Dr. Robotnik, but I might just call him Jim. Sonic tries blending in but panics and makes some unnecessary noise, which gets Jim's attention obviously. Wow, how lucky. Frick. But uh-oh, he finds the blue. So Jim is ready to annihilate.
Wait! Don't hurt him!
Appropriate response.
This feels excessive!
It really does. Anyways, they manage to take down the robot and escape. So now Jim wants Sonic to basically do research on him and learn the source of his powers.
Oh. Bring that quill.
Oh, it was a quill. Whoopsie. Now Sonic wants DL to carry him to San Francisco so he can find his rings to leave Earth. But DL basically kicks him out and thinks he's dreaming. But after a failed run and some guilt tripping, DL agrees to help him.
Not a little bit, entirely. It is entirely your fault.
It's entirely my fault.
Who was the one who did the EMP surge, my guy? Now it's time for a road trip.
So you've been spying on us all for years.
We were all just hanging out, only I wasn't invited and no one knew I was there.
Crazy how he just glossed over that after. That night, DL makes a stop to call his deputy and tell Sonic to stay put. But come on, we saw what happened before. He sees a biker party and somehow wants to take part. I'd be hella intimidated to step out of that van, to be honest. But Jim was already at the sheriff's station, asking questions about him.
Don't tell them that we talked, okay?
Correction! He's still there! But Jim just takes the time to tell a story about how he dealt with his school bully. He likes telling stories, I see.
And when I catch you, I'll... Hello?
That's the best way to deal with it, actually.
Don't be bothered. You just sit there and be you. Sless.
They can't make me hate you, Jim. Meanwhile, DL realizes Sonic is gone, so he tries to get him to leave, but somehow he manages to talk him into staying. And Sonic learns a new term, bucket list. So he starts making his own list and makes himself sad.
Gonna cry?
DL is actually a really nice person. He tells him he'll help him cross off a good chunk of his list tonight. Tonight.
Can we help you?
We don't like your kind around here.
See? We don't like your kind around here. I can't help that I'm darker. No! Folks who put pineapple on pizza. Now I don't like your kind. So Sonic thinks he can gain respect from them by engaging in a fight. Or attempting to. Now the whole bar gets in a brawl. Okay, I know that this is just a copy of the X-Men scene, but it's still a really good scene. Man is OP. He single-handedly ended the entire bar fight.
Wow, starting a bar fight was on his list. All right then.
No! Damn, Jimmy Boy was right on their tail feather. He does a very good job at being menacing. He's quite persistent. I can't believe he was able to track their exact whereabouts. That's crazy.
I'm not planning on dying anytime soon.
Oh, don't be so sure. Your best friend is a magnet for danger.
Wow, someone's jumping the gun there. They spent one day together.
You know, we're not best friends.
You tucked me in last night.
Oh no, not the talk. We're best friends forever, Tom. I don't know. I'm kind of focusing on myself right now. Maybe just acquaintances? But I held your coffee while you tied your shoe yesterday. Anyways, Sonic ends up learning DL's bucket list is to be a real cop in a real situation. So the potential to not even cross it off his damn list. But all Sonic hears is that he's leaving Green Hills.
Please, I clean out their gutters. I jumpstart their cars in the winter. They could call anybody to do that.
Sure, they can call anybody, but they don't. They call you.
That is some horrendous advice. If someone wants to move on to bigger, better things, don't stop them, please. Before Sonic can guilt trip him again, Jim catches up to them.
I was wrong about you. You're not the Donut Lord at all.
Oh, never mind. He has time to guilt trip him. But in his passion, he triggers his powers again. And this whole situation just happens by chance.
Is that all you got?
No, but thank you for asking.
That's the equivalent of saying what could possibly go wrong.
I'll take care of this. And if I don't make it, just ditch me. You seem good at that.
Wow, the shade. I love it. He manages to take down the second rotor. Motor. Nah. But geez, my knees, Robotnik is a determined fellow. I'll give him that. Frick. And for some reason, DL wants to handle the last one. Like, that's the dumbest plan. Just let Sonic do it. But by movie magic, he manages to take it down. Not my favorite part, but... Oh my god. That tiny thing is very deadly.
It was at this moment that he knew.
That's what she said.
He f***ed up.
Get off me. Ha-ha! Nailed it.
Very, very deadly. That was an intense chase scene. Wow.
Human beings are unreliable and stupid, and I care very little about them.
So are we all just doomed to end up like Robotnik and Squidward?
Can I get some extra salt?
We're all out.
Could you check?
No.
Anyways, turns out the quill also gives energy. But back with Donut Lord, they reach San Francisco and he brings Sonic to Pretzel Lady and her sister. Frick, that has a lot of power. Like an ungodly amount. At least they managed to wake Sonic.
No.
Totally calm.
Thank you.
Second of all, what the heck is going on?
I like her. Meanwhile, their niece gives Sonic a new pair of kicks. Another one off the bucket list. But one gripe from me is that he never said thank you. And for someone who had a lot of stuff in his cave, I'm surprised he didn't handle himself already, to be honest. They finally get to the building, but Sonic says you need a key to open the door to get to the roof. Even though he showed in this movie that he can run on ceilings. So scaling the wall should not be an issue.
Hello? Anybody there?
Do you have your child in that bag?
Oh my. Well, that was easy. So they say their lengthy goodbyes, but Sonic admits that he doesn't want to leave. But he can't, because he'd be putting everyone in danger. So that's a nice gesture from him, actually.
Thank you.
For what?
For saving my life.
Ooh, he did his bucket list. Oh, frick. But obviously the robots show up. We still have some time left. And Jim, with his newly powered craft. Frick?
Nice of you to swing by on your way to Comic-Con.
What's that supposed to mean? I like Comic-Con. Anyway, Sonic throws them over and does his super speed thing and starts taking down the drones. But Jim manages to press a whole button and now he's also in this super speed force thing. Looks like he sent them back home. So he's facing Jim all by himself. So after he realizes he can't lose him, he tries to blind him. But that still doesn't work. And they all end up back at home. Sonic is down, so Donut Lord jumps in to do a few more blows. But they all realize Sonic is... well, no more.
This was his home.
He was my friend.
Wow, trigger words. Still clingy though. So Sonic has his God mode on now and starts attacking the spaceship at some great speeds. And the final blow sends Jim to the Mushroom Realm. He finally gets his high five. Frick? Oh my god. He's staying. Frick?
Now all I want to do is spend my life with the people I care about. I want to check that box.
The better decision actually. Think about your dog. And they fix up the attic for him to stay with them. Very cool of them. And that's the movie. Okay, Sonic was surprisingly good. especially given the track record for video game adaptations. Frick. Nothing insane or groundbreaking, but a nice fun watch for all ages, cause I guess it was tailored to kids, but who cares? It didn't take itself too seriously, but it still had heart and serious moments when it was needed, which I find modern movies lack for some reason. I don't even know why. I like the angle the creators went with Sonic for us as the audience to like him and root for him, even though sometimes he came across as a bit selfish, in my opinion. But I do kinda wish he showed a bit more remorse and regret for getting his sorrow mom attacked. She did. Donut Lord and Pretzel Lady was a nice addition to the casting too. It was nice seeing a fun, wholesome couple with nothing separating them, and they made a pretty good team. Sonic and Tom was a good duo as well, nothing to complain about there, and it was fun seeing them on screen. So, but I'm black, wow, I'm black. But I'm blabbering again. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!